What's up, everybody? Blake the Scholar. And we're playing OTK MERIA today. What is OTK MERIA? On turn kill. MERIA, the Scholar of Antiquity. What can you say, guys? Just give her the tools. Give her a ruby medallion. Give her an emerald medallion. And really, this card is unlocked. It unlocks all of its powers, basically. Howling Mine. These are cards we don't have available in any kind of standard format, but this girl is built for eternal formats. She's got all the goods. She can accelerate with those sweet artifacts. Think about a Mox Opal, for instance. And now we have Leyline Axe too, and that just comes on the battlefield. So you just want to hit an abundance of artifacts. You just want to slam them down, and you want to have her start tapping them for mana, and you want to figure out ways to keep the gasoline going. Okay, so let's think about the ways to keep the gas going. Okay, there's primarily two ways of going about this that I know about. Obviously, card draw can be very important too, so that would not be the only way. Obviously we have to find ways to generate cards. But Experimental Frenzy is that card where you can just play from the top of your deck. Definitely a combo piece for more advanced formats too, when you're playing with Sensei's Divining Top, and you can just basically kind of loop that card up with an artifact reducer and have an Aetherflux Reservoir, which will be our primary win con today. And then basically you just achieve that infinite life, and then you just ping your opponents. So there's another card which is definitely more of a build around, and that's the Mystic Forge. Now this is a tougher card, guys, because you can't play lands from the top of your deck with this. You can play artifact and colorless spells from the top of your library with this. You can also tap it down to exile the top card of your library and hopefully keep that gasoline to continue. So a tougher card, there's no doubt about it, but it kind of serves the purpose of also kind of playing from the top of the deck. Now let's look at what colorless spells we can get that draw. And the reasoning why you want to kind of do this is because MERIA will tap for green, and she can basically pay into that generic cost of spells, the ones that are just with a, the gray symbol, and she could pay for green artifacts or spells that have green in their casting cost. So you really want to stick to artifacts mostly for majority with MERIA that have this generic symbols in it, or colorless, you might say, or the green artifacts. Primarily, those are the ones you want to kind of be able to storm off with, because if they have red, you might brick, and you might not be able to produce red mana. Cards kind of fix your mana in some ways, like Chromatic Star sometimes, for instance. But usually we want to kind of keep to these low to the ground spells so you can kind of storm off. How do we like Candy Trail? I mean, you don't really draw off of it unless you pay into it, but the Scry is interesting. And we definitely want probably, I mean, they're okay. They have to be able to be paid into for these particular spells. So, I mean, they are cheap enough where if you are reducing, though, they're just basically easy money, right? So let's think about these. Yeah, primarily we'll probably be putting a decent amount of draw in our deck to an extent. You can also get some of these Soul Guide Lanterns, a little artifact Graveyard Hate. Those are kind of nice too. Kind of nice options. Kind of interesting too. The Vexing Bauble. The thing is about the Vexing Bauble is that we're going to be playing a lot of spells that are 0. So gonna be a non-bower. Collector's Vault could be pretty decent if we go Kind of to get value out of our graveyard, I suppose. But I don't know. I don't know yet. So I already see Howling Mine, of course, which is going to be amazing. How about the Vecna? You draw a card and lose 2 life. Beginning of every upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. I think that's pretty good for us, actually. I think it's pretty good. Oops. Because actually, you can actually tap the Vecna itself. You know, you don't have to like tap it to do the activation. You can just tap this itself for the card, along with the like an additional mana source. So we love cards. Howling Mine kind of does that as well. All right, so for Ichor Wellspring, are we going to be able to sacrifice our artifacts or permanents consistently to do this kind of stuff? That is the question. I don't think there is, obviously, in this format. I mean, maybe in a better format where we have more ways to sacrifice things. But for this one, I'm not so sure. It's kind of a shame. Lembas. I think that's fine, right? Yeah, I think that's great. Ooh, shoot. It's a nice scry there. I mean, I think we're going to probably play Bankbuster. I think so. Mindstone is interesting too. But everything turns into mana anyway with MERIA, so... This could go neutral or maybe mana positive eventually though, with all the reducers we're going to be playing. So, and it can keep your gas going, right? Bankbuster, sure. Enters tap, that's kind of a bummer, Ruski. This card's sick. Doesn't it get the God Pharaoh's Gift? Yeah, that's pretty cool. And put it up to the battlefield. That card is nuts. That's a very cool card, really. Gate to the Afterlife. Interesting. Palantir, that's pretty gas for drawing cards. Don't know how afraid our opponents are going to be of our mana costs, but you can put stuff in the graveyard too. I think we could foreseeably like gas out a lot with this, so maybe the file is kind of where we want to be too. We shall see. Ooh, okay, some interesting artifacts here. Staff. Interesting card, isn't it? The Staff of Completion. Just a rock. We can draw. And you can untap to draw again. Could be bomb. Could be a bomber. I don't know how many creatures I'm going to be adding in other than MERIA, so I don't know if the sword is where we want to be, but the sword is usually pretty good. Perhaps we will play like a goblin welder too, or goblin engineer. So maybe the sword is still pretty decent. I do want to be kind of weary about playing like other spells that aren't, colorless artifacts, but Lizard Blades and Phyrexian Dragon Engine with swords are very good. I don't think we need a Celestis. One Ring is very good. How about Solemn? Maybe we like that too. What's this one? Tawashi. Whenever you gain life, you may pay X, where X is less than or equal to the amount of life you gain if you do draw X cards. Pretty cool. Mind's Eye, huh? The Immortal Sun is always cool for extra cards. And it also reduces your spells. That's very cool for us. Fountain Port. Sacrifice a token, draw a card. Make a fish. Create a treasure. Okay. Spells cost less. So this is like your artifact reducing. So let's see what we get. Prowler is pretty cool. I kind of like Prowler because, if they get a hold of, like, for instance, an artifact creature, you're just reducing both of them at once. Too bad it's not an artifact creature. That would be an even cooler. What card, though? Cemetery Prowler. They're definitely picking up your Emerald Medallion and your Ruby Medallions, of course. These are fantastic with MERIA because there's one that also reduces her casting cost by 1, and then she can tap them for mana as well. So definitely an upgraded version of like your Arcane Signet, because they'll reduce and tap for mana, which is double. And then you get your like Foundry Inspectors here. For Cloud Key, do we have to discard for this one? Okay, so it's very similar to the Foundry Inspector. Okay. Herald's Horn. Not too many creatures. Semblance Anvil. This is the one where you have to actually discard. Which is also very interesting. I think that's kind of what you want to do. And then obviously the Ugin the Ineffable. I think I want the Familiar if I don't have that also. Familiar. Joyrus familiar. There it is. Kind of a cool little dude, making your historic spells cost 1 less to cast. That's pretty cool. Like, so your artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Okay, now we just need life, and we'll start with colorless just because we're kind of on that train already. I think we do want a Shadow Spear. And then, of course, this is like our main juice, is the Aetherflux Reservoir. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell that you cast this turn. Pay 50 life. Aetherflux Reservoir deals 50 damage to any target. You'd probably foreseeably do like a God Pharaoh statue to kind of tax our opponents too. It's not like the worst idea. So pretty much like our top end being like these kind of value spells and taxing spells. And I guess we just pick up these red fetch lands while we're here. Yeah, and Inventor's Fair is very good. Mana Confluence, green. Green, red, right? Yeah. Vista. Spire. Yep, these are all very good. And then we'll just add our command tower. Do a Signet, that's fine. And then Plaza, Mycosynth, and then we will get the Woodland. Yep, Shifting Woodland, of course. Pick up the channel lands while we're over here. It's just like free real estate, right? These are just free real estate. Shatter Skull. Let me see what else we got going on here for our action. Don't know if we need Castle. Lair is pretty good. Florahedron's alright. Guess this is fine. Don't want to run untapped lands, but this might cost us some life here along the way. Disciple seems good. Play a commercial district for sure. And all these fetch lands here, or dual lands, are good. I guess even the game trail's okay. Vale's fine, Rupan Crag's fine, Stump Stomp. I don't know about Stump Stomp. It's not the worst though, it's a little bit of interaction, right? Oh yeah, we'll take an arena, right? Probably. Hazard. What do we feel about the device? No, I don't really like the red mana artifacts, but oh man, they're so good. Brass's Tunnel Grinder is really good too. This Nykthos can't be good, because we're just not going to be playing anything with colors in it, right? Which is kind of funny. Oops. Okay, so then, top of is probably like our next. I mean, even a channeler is pretty good here, right? Just to kind of get our yard going and kind of sift off the top. Can sift lands off the top. I think it's kind of important to do that. And also be able to play from the top. Top of. Oh, okay, synthesizer, you stinking red artifact. Man, that thing kind of keeps the gas rolling though, huh? It's just, okay, I guess Mishra's Desk makes it. Ragavan is just a crazy one drop. It is a crazy one drop for sure. How about Bomi? Bomat. I don't know if we're going to be able to like help the Bomat along the way. I mean, I suppose we could add like a lightning bolt. Maybe to clear the way early. And maybe the swords will help along the way for the Bomi. I'm not opposed to it. Lots of top of red. I know in like competitive MERIA, there's definitely some conspicuous scoop ones where they just like, you know, involve MERIA staxing with artifacts and then basically getting into your goblins and finding the Kiki Jiki combo. Like a conspicuous snoop can do that pretty fast, and there's a couple goblins that are just insane. They can like fetch like a bunch of goblins at once, so I mean it's kind of easy to kind of set that off. I do have to be very careful about adding red things though, because MERIA does not produce red mana, she produces green mana with artifacts, so that is the trick. But I would like to look at these still. Oh, Dragonhawk is so good. Itali's crazy top end stuff. Abundant Harvest of Interest Impulse. Utopia Sprawl. I think so. Rumble. Seems gas. I think I like Rumble. Hey, cool it. Once Upon a Time. The top 5 cards. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Instant speed. This one is always an interesting choice. I do want a Seren's Steelseeker deck to be good. I think I will have to add some more 0 drops to this to make it a little bit worthwhile. It could be there. It could be the one. Okay, Augur. So the thing about the Augurs, you need an additional creature to set this off. And we're not playing many creatures, are we? Could still play like Ornithopter and such. Might be okay. But We definitely want to play the top of. We definitely want to play lands from the top so we can keep into the gas. To get into our artifacts and such, and maybe even cast creature spells from the top. Definitely want to be casting from the top from MERIA somehow. Don't have any big creatures for Eladamri. I think we're going to really side into the landfall too much. Case is interesting, but I don't know if we're going to be putting so many lands on the battlefield, to be honest. I think we're going to try to end the game sooner. Oracle is always kind of an interesting one, just because she really like gets your lands going, and it's not a landfall deck, so there's probably better choices. Like, I suppose like Exploration would be a really good choice, like in a different way, different format. I suppose she still does let you play the lands from the top, which is kind of free real estate once again. This card is kind of insane too, Genesis Wave. Okay, so here's Mox Amber, seems good. Ornithopter, Tormod's Crypt. I mean, we will be reducing, but we do also want these in the early stage too. So now we can just kind of look at all the artifacts here available if we missed any along the way. These are just colorless. Lava Spur Boots is good. Jite, I don't know about Jite for this one. I do want Swifties though. Swift Food Boots. So many artifacts. Okay. Get the double strikers here. We will play a Lizard Blades even though it is red, and just kind of the way it rolls here. Of course, the Leyline Axe is fantastic, right? The last form of card draw, I suppose, is a henge, but it is very expensive and is requisite on our MERIA being a little stronger. It is cards though, really. You know, creatures and cards, so might get a cheap henge too with all these reductions. Probably pretty decent, right? And yeah, I think we kind of have a deck here. Definitely want to weigh, if you're going to be building the yard, you want to get into there somehow. So here's kind of our A little more risky spells because they have red in them. Where's the Goblin Engineer at? There he is. Do we love the fable of the Kiki Jiki too? Or is that getting a little bit off track? I mean, well, we could add our we can add our birds and stuff. And I'm definitely not cutting any worried about cutting lands here. We did add some multi-face land cards, so this is fine. Bird. I think you can probably just add all of these. Mystic. Elf, we already picked up the Utopia Sprawl. Do we want like a Fanatic? I don't think so. Astral Cornucopia. Balagad seems good. I'm happy. So it looks like we have all the cards we kind of wanted, and I think we definitely have a deck that's going to do what we want it to do. Alright, so here's the list, everybody. And the major juice you have here is the Aetherflux Reservoir. And we want to just like reduce all our spells. We want to play like freely from the top of our deck. So basically the primary way of doing that is through the Experimental Frenzy and the Mystic Forge. Otherwise, we're just going to try to generate lots of cards through lots of nice colorless artifacts, such as the Eye of Vecna and Howling Mine, to keep the gasoline rolling. We'll want to get lands off the top of our deck and creatures with Augur of Autumn and Oracle. So we'll basically be playing from there. We're also going to be playing heavily from the graveyard. We have some nice double strikers as well to go with some nice swords for card advantage and some interaction with the board. So let's put some sleeves on this sucker. And we'll put on our hardcore sleeves because we're just super hardcore. And let's go. Let's go. So what do I have on tap? I have a Omnath deck, 5-color Omnath deck, and I'm just putting that together. So I'll probably release that deck tech probably today or tomorrow, and then we'll get this one going. This one will probably be a little bit gnarlier. I'm probably gonna put some stack pieces in here, and yeah, I'll just be nasty. Oh, I probably could have put in like a breach too. We'll have breach lines in the the other deck, because I do want to try a competitive tournament at the LGS and see what happens. Everything's going pretty well so far. They're gonna have to kill my MERIA. Have Reservoir and some action going on here. Yeah, I guess we just kind of do this, right? One, two, three, four, five. So I can play both of these next turn and get our graveyard going. That's what we want. We want to get action from our graveyard. That's why I put all the unearthed cards in there. so that we can get the value from the graveyard. It's pretty good. Just getting to do all the things I want to do, really. But this is a very dangerous commander, obviously. If they get to swing on this one time, you know, it's kind of dangerous, of course. Oh, they don't like my orb. Okay. That makes sense. I wouldn't like it either if I were them. Oh man, I mean that's a really tough decision, right? Experimental. The Immortal Sun is so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess we just go with this. Wow. How do I want to do this? I think I want to tap. I'm going to leave some of my artifacts open. If I can. You know, I kind of want to get the card out of this now. Either one would be fine. I mean, I can get the card that's from Lit. Okay. They don't want to see anymore. Was I being slow? I don't know. I mean, I just wanted to like draw off of this, I suppose. Because then I can draw off that later. Yeah, could have tapped this for mana and paid into that to draw. I think I like the Great Henge there. I mean, I could have like reduced my spells too, right? So I wonder if I don't think I'd still be able to cast a Henge, but I would have gotten the buff. I might have been able to do that. I might have been able to go Immortal Sun into Henge, which probably would have been better. It might have been very close. Yeah, Immortal Sun is a hell of a card. Definitely check that one out, guys. I don't like that I don't have a turn 2 play, so I think I'm a free mulligan this one. Gross. It's even worse. I have to mulligan this too, I think. These are brutal, these 3/3s. I can't, and this is a very fast deck, you know, it's very good. Looks better. We are very low to the ground, so I do want to keep my reservoir, but I also want to keep my orb. So I guess we just get rid of this bauble here. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, I think this is fine. Is it? I think it is. Got many chances, right? Green, green, green. Sure. Good. They never like this. The opponents hate this card. Nezric Orb, no, not that. 2-drop would be pretty sweet, like a Howling Mine. If I could resolve MERIA, get some cards. Okay, they do that now? It's kind of scary, like for like a wash away or something. Oh, they're looking for land, I see. Ah, this guy. It's this guy. We could look for like a 0 drop. And also taps these Mesmer Orbs down. It's okay, we didn't want that land. It's fine. No rampage, you know. Elemental. Flare. Omnath, man, this card draws so many cards, it's crazy. Really gets going. That's cool. The mud is cool for me. These are very cool cards. I think we can double spell, right? Yeah, we can. Oh, I can get rid of this, huh? I think that's kind of a cool play, actually. Uh-huh. Stab. Cards. This is cards for me. Guys, the deck is working! It's working! Time Warp. Please play Time Warp. Show me the power. That's a scary card, but I don't know if I'm too scared of it yet. Yeah. What you gonna do, opponent? You're gonna do something. Gotta do something. Oh, what will it be? What will it be? That's just a lot of value for me. The Mesmeric Orb just bringing the heat, guys. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. We could just try to resolve this first. Mana drain, you monster. Oh, that's cool. What can I get with this woodland thing? Anything cool? Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there for sure. If I could get a like experimental frenzy in the yard, that would be really cool. Or yeah, probably the experimental frenzy would be like a really cool card to copy here. Because then I could just like freely cast, and I have this artifact reducer here, and I have lots of mana available. It would probably be a pretty good play. This is good too, because I can still play like creatures and lands off the top, which is also something that I kind of want to do. Wow, that's a shitload of lands. That's a really good advantage for them. I don't think we could beat that now through like a time warp or something. That's a lot of stuff. I mean, they really benefited from my Mesmeric Orb, huh? Okay, so I have this turn basically to kind of win. Can I do it though? It's like the question. I just need to like cast like what? Like 8 spells? It's possible. I mean, it is possible. Ugin. Ah, there's the frenzy. That's really interesting that I did get the frenzy. So let's see how this goes. I do want to copy the frenzy. Yeah, let's try. You know, I really don't. Can I? I need double red, and I need the this as well. Okay. Oh, it's just this. So I can just pay. There's my 4. Thank you. Yeah, and go ahead and become this thing. I guess I was supposed to tap this as well for mana, so that might have been kind of a mistake also, but I make mistakes. Okay, I think I just want to play that too. That is a very expensive artifact. I don't want to see more of those. Oh, land and breaking. Total breakage, guys. Need some zeros. That's not it. Well, we tried. Was like in another turn, right? I mean, just play lands, draw cards. I didn't think of the analyst getting so juiced, man. Oof, it was a beautiful aftermath analyst. Kind of makes you wonder, like, does that the orb go in like landfall decks that like have those effects? Guess, yeah. I thought it would be like a River's Rebuke or a Cyclonic Rift and then slam in with lands and just kill me. Oh, okay, opponent, you're really cool. I think I have kind of an idea what I want to do. I still want to play Leylon X, but I don't know if the Shadow Spear is so important. I think maybe just like, for instance, what is it, the stone? Just a little bit of graveyard interaction. I like the fact that you can get a card too, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't want my mesmeric orb to kill me, man. I want to have a chance to not die from it. I actually do want to use this for mana, so I prefer it not to die. Oh, I was supposed to do that. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, that's a fetch land. Okay, we're good. Oops. My sequencing would be a million times better if I played this correctly. So we're going to be probably taking the next turn off, which is a real big bummer. And it's just brutal. Okay, saved. That's just really good for me. Another artifact would be kind of crazy. I could just spew my hand out. That'd be really crazy, actually. Just any artifact here. Could cast these for 1. Okay. Okay, so we'll do the Palantir trick. So this one where you basically, if you like a card out of the top 2, you just put it second. So they'll usually let you, put that. Okay. Well, of course. So I mean, we love the One Ring. So we just go like this. Basically, they'll make. We'll discard this one. We'll get that one next. So we'll get the One Ring. It'll be great. Lots of cards. Oh, they get... My God, Blake. You'll never get this game right. I'm serious. It's impossible. Surely they lead with that. I love giving my opponents cards. It's my favorite thing to do. My Palantir didn't even get to trigger, so I screwed myself over twice. It's okay. It's a scuffed game, anyways. Just kind of blew it from the beginning. I did get bailed out, though, right? Didn't I? Opponent is a deep thinker, so it could be in big trouble here. They're really in the tank. Bad deal. I see, opponent, I see. Pretty greedy. I want to get in there. I could have put the lava spur boots on there too. Whoa. Sorry about that. Kill the flint. Yeah, they're just dead. Cool. Yeah, so we can win through combat for this deck too, which is kind of nice. All right, let's do one more game, guys. One more game, baby. 2-1. Leave it 3-1. Some nice stuff here. Really like this the composition. Just has some really nice accelerant here. Got some nice plays. Getting to that Immortal Sun seems really nice as well. Just kind of getting to our lands here a bit. I love this deck, guys. Really do. We'll just get into that. Guess we'll save this for perhaps when we have a target in there. Hopefully they don't. Okay, they're going to Signet. That's nice for us. Okay, get into our medallion here. Even this fool is just one now. It's going to be great. Okay, I suppose this is when we are going to get countered here. And then we'll lead into... Okay, you do not. Oh, interesting. Get a little bit of value from our Steel Seeker now. And we can do so by just doing this. Okay, there's another thing we can do here. I think we wanted to do that. Maybe get a land now? Are they going to be really happy about our graveyard, their graveyard? I think we just want that card, don't we? One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorcery only? Okay, we're good. Might do this on end step. Hey, baby. Yeah, I think we still want that for the frenzy. Wow, I can get this bauble back. That's pretty nuts. Time warp. That's fine. Okay, how do we rebuild this thing real fast? Guess it's like this. There's some nasty things in there. I can really feel that. And then just kind of rebuilt real fast. Yes, finally I reveal. Do we just gotta get through these now? I think so. I could just frenzy here now. Shit, that's so sick. They're just 0 mana. I'll just take them. Oh, this is beautiful. Yes. Oh my god. This is awesome. So what do I do now? Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Okay. I'm chilling. They can cyclonic rift, huh? Wow. Mono blue Andy, huh? Scary. Kind of scary giving them all the value too from this orb. It could mill them out though, if they don't have like a win con. Could it? I don't think so. That's a hell of a card. Now what? What happens now? Can they derive more value from this card here? Consuming Tide. Have they already took their turn? Their extra turn? Oh man, these are all free. Free spells. I'm in big trouble, huh? Didn't really like the semblance anvil too much in this game, guys. Ah, Chimel would be cool though. That's pretty fortunate for them to have these two in the top, you know, 25 treasure cruise. Wow. Kind of stacked against me. It's an interesting game, though. Ah, you know, Reckless Fireweaver would probably be pretty cool in this deck, too. It's a lot of artifacts. It's a damage. I feel like you need like a veil too. Veil of Summer, I believe it's called. Okay, they were gonna return all my permanents. It's rude. Because I get like Rivers rebuked so often, it seems. What is it? The Veil, right? It's a good card. I think you can draw too. You and permanents you control gain hexproof. That's pretty sick. And you draw. I'm not so sure we need two of these. Cloud Key and Semblance. I do want a Fireweaver though. Alright, last game of the day, and thanks for joining me, guys. So, a little bit of higher power stuff. Definitely some nastiness out there in this queue. Okay, I think I like the idea of like a Goblin Engineer and Phyrexian Dragon Engine for a sword. It's kind of my game plan for this particular one, guys. I mean, this could kind of get me into some action too with MERIA too. Get me into a land as well, which I kind of need. Going to Spell Pierce? Yeah, I want that. Looks like they want to counter MERIA, so we'll just throw in the engine. Okay, got a bird. Oh, wash away too? Wow, that's pretty good for them. That is really good. Wow. They're really high rolling that one. Luckily we have some plays. Solemn, I guess, is our next one. That would be 2 cards for them. That's pretty nice. That's pretty good. He seemed pretty good when I opened the jumpstart packs. Oh, he's a reprint. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, game. What do I want to do? There's no possible way you could have any interaction here. Yeah, there's no cards that can do that. They can have bounce. Okay, go in. Do we want to go in? Yeah, we're going in. I'm gonna get the sword, hopefully, with the Goblin Engineer next turn. And then we can... We don't have the red mana, though. Oh, we do. We have 2 red mana. Get the sword of fire and ice. Swift it in and see what happens from there. Get rid of this guy. That is a bounce. Okay, sure. Oh, double bounce. Nice. Do you want to counter that? Sure. Man, it's too bad they took my red mana. Now I can't do the thing that I want to do. Alright, so we definitely want to sacrifice Lembos to get into our sword. Sword online. Now we have a little bit of mana here. I think I can do all of these at once. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 2 less. It's close. Don't really want to lose my Ugin either. What does this guy do? Okay. Has to be the play, right? They're just doubling up everything there. I wouldn't mind Mycosynth gardening this sword too. That would be better for me. I can just go face and win. They'd have to find a way to bounce my artifacts. I mean, it's possible. But if they tap out, they're dead. That hurts. Okay. Does that copy the bone mat courier? Does it become colorless? Oh. Opponent. Yeah, you're dead, bro. I mean, they still leave, but I don't know if they knew my hand, but yeah, I just copied the sword. I still have pro red, pro blue, and I'm getting in for 7 to the face. They're just dead. That's so sick. What a game, guys. What a freaking game. Well, this was some mega games, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me if you did today. I know MERIA is great. Just a great commander. Really, the value. I mean, she can go toe-to-toe with blue, man. She really can. Like, a really nasty blue stuff. I really, you know what? You know what's a card that's really good too, guys? Is Haywire Might. It's a really good card. And in fact, that probably deserves a spot just because it interacts so well with those aforementioned nasty enchantments that kind of get hit to the battlefield sometimes. So, I mean, I think we were building our graveyard just fine and doing all the things that we wanted to do, especially with like the Mesmeric Orb. So, let's just add a Might and then be super happy with this deck. I love it. I love you guys. Give me a like and subscribe. Let's go, baby. I said 300 subscribers would be my next giveaway. I had a good one for my 200. So how do I top that? I was definitely going to give away, I think, an Ikoria. And, I don't know. Some other, like, I have a lot of triomes. So if you're into triomes, I think that'll probably be in my next giveaway too, like a Ikoria from Jumpstart and some triomes, maybe like a Ikoria triome and a Zagoth triome. Yeah, all right. So hit me with a subscribe, comment, let me know that you're out there from, I think from that short. If there's comments on that short where I mentioned that, or comments from this video, then I'll just start looking at. I'll just take all the comments and. Once we hit 300, I'll just like put it through a random number generator and then we can connect and I'll send you those sweet cards. So a couple triomes and Ikoria from the new Jumpstart. That sounds cool, huh, guys? Okay. All right. Have a great day.